Act just got pronounced and enacted. The Genius Act is what's helping people right now realize their dreams. I'm not only playing around. You see this XRP right here? XRP is genius. Why do I say that? Learn the skills you need right now to become your own boss or boss lady. The Genius Act was just signed into law, ushering in the world of cryptocurrency, okay? I don't know if you've been hiding behind a rock or underneath a rock or whatever, but now it's time to start realizing that XRP is genius. What do I mean by that? Check this out. The price of XRP has been jumping late, and a lot of people don't understand why. This is probably the best time to tap into that and let this be part of your portfolio. While you're on this live, do me a quick favor, tap the screen, share this live so it can help more people come so we can have this conversation. Again, this conversation is for select individuals that's been hoping to understand exactly what's going on with the Genius Act, and it's not just for educational purposes only, even though that's really what it is for. But I want you to kind of picture a reason to do your portfolio to be better. Picture a reason to have your portfolio be more performing. And what do I mean by more performing? I mean a portfolio that is responsive to what's going on. So for example, I've seen a lot of people realize that Vin, what's going on, Vin? Thank you for joining the live. Do me a quick favor, tap my face somewhere here and share. If you can do that, that'd be great. The reason that's, excuse me while I clear my throat, my goal is 199K right here. So if you can help me with that goal, let's talk about why XRP is so genius. James, thank you for joining. Mr. Me, thank you for joining. Again, this is going to be a live for select individuals that are looking to tap into creating a great crypto portfolio, and they want to know exactly if XRP is going to be a part of that portfolio. Okay, and I'm not playing around right now. I'm not just trying to tell you exactly what you need to be doing, but for educational purposes only, you need to be tracking the reason why this XRP has been going up, and it's been going up. That's because of the Genius Act. XRP is simply genius. And I'm not just saying that because I like talking. I mean it. I mean XRP is one of those things that people have been talking about, and your crypto portfolio needs to change. I don't know if you're into EFTs, if you're into having an old wallet, but everybody knows what the cold wallet could do for you, right? But hey, I'm just looking and I'm just seeing that, hey, look, XRP has been doing some phenomenal stuff right now. Has been doing some phenomenal stuff, and a lot of people were not giving XRP the credit that they needed. Okay, people were saying XRP wasn't going to be anything, but what do we have now? We have a situation where XRP is going to be the one that's going to help your portfolio go up. So what I'm going to do, at some point, I'm going to leave a link to my Coinbase wallet, so you can go ahead and grab you a hot wallet, just like a hot potato. Okay. But no, that's not all I'm talking about. Linda, thank you for joining. Steven, that's the Cash Mob Honda. What's going on? When you come on here, do me a quick favor, tap the like screen. Let me know exactly what you've been doing with XRP. Do you think XRP is here to stay, or is XRP just a fluke? Is it a fluke? I don't think it's a fluke. The reason I don't think it's a fluke is because a lot of people have been talking about what they've been doing with XRP. Imagine a situation where XRP is going to be 10,000. And it's just now at $3 and change. Think about it for a second, because let me tell you, XRP is only getting started. And don't get me started, because XRP, if you don't know, is using the Ripple platform. And do you know what happened with Ripple? Do you know who went with Ripple to some country in the Middle East? XRP folks did, folks. And the president of the United States and his crew, his crypto crew. People are saying right now that this is how they're going to make all the money. This is how they're possibly going to pay down the U.S. debt. And you can see the chart right there. It looks looking like it's trending upwards. It's just trending a little bit downwards. But let me tell you what's going to happen with this chart. If you notice the trend right now, it's looking like it's going to somehow be able to like level up. And people are saying it levels up at this juncture, but that's not really it. If you think about it, just because it's coming this way doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to see a price point that goes like this. They said just, oh, it just was 3% uptick. I don't think it's just 3% uptick. Goldbergs, thank you for joining. Just follow you. Thank you for joining. You just followed me, or is that a chat? Just follow you. It seems like it's somebody that's posting something. All right, thanks for following me. What I need you to give me sustained likes then. I need you to give me sustained likes. Do that right now. When you give me sustained likes and also share, as a matter of fact, what am I talking? Let me share it myself. I'm gonna share it because I have a lot of hombres. I have a lot of people that will want to benefit from my stuff. I'm not just gonna be talking and people just sitting out there not doing anything. And, I don't understand none of that stuff. Okay, so I'm just want to give you the secret sauce that's enabled me to tap into crypto. And even though crypto is just now becoming more popular, because people I'm not sure, So I'm live, yeah. So I'm gonna share my life, and when you share your life, it's gonna allow the algorithm to get more people to come to this XRP. So let's talk about what happened in July 18, 2025. That is the digital transformation age. That's the age when fintech became what people would hope it would be. Okay, that's the day that blockchain and the ledger became more transparent. It's not just getting more transparent. A lot of people are thinking that, hey, look, okay, I already shared Barbara Overton. Thank you for joining. Stanley Abara. Thank you for joining. But look, in all seriousness, if you are sitting under a rock and you haven't heard about this thing called XRP, you haven't seen the chart that's been going up like this. You see the chart right there? The technical analysis of that chart portends well for people that know exactly what they're trying to do. As you can see right there, when you look, it says it's 3.4% uptick. It went down a little bit, but my analysis suggests that when you get on XRP right now and when you increase your portfolio with this particular platform, you may be in a situation to do a lot, okay? And here's why. Sister, thank you for joining. When you join my life again, I'm not going to need you just hanging out here. I'm going to need you to do this for me. Like when you do this, that means you're inviting more people to come have a conversation. And this is a conversation for select individuals that want to know exactly why, in my opinion, XRP is genius. And I'm telling you, XRP is genius not because I like saying what XRP could or could not do. I want to talk to you a little bit about why I think it's one of the most important developments of late. Did you know that the financial system is going to be like basically changed for good with XRP? Do you know that now it's time to start thinking to what extent that XRP could be basically the anchor of your portfolio? What do I mean by the anchor of a portfolio? I'm talking about how you can have something like XRP literally change your trajectory, literally change what you're going to be doing in the next 5 to 10 years in terms of, hey, look, you sat around there and you've seen this chart go this way, and it's been going this way for a while, but people were not quite sure why this chart was going this way. Okay, they were not quite sure because they were thinking, well, if the law was signed on July 18, 2025, and today is, hey, what's today, 22nd? That's not long. They were signed last Friday. We're not even a full week with XRP and what XRP is doing. And people are already saying this is going to change the financial trajectory of the world. Not just the United States, but this is a power play that the United States did with making sure that something was codified in terms of what this chart is probably going to do. If you look at the technical analysis right here, it suggests that at some point, this thing is going to take off. It's going to break off. Even though it went down this way for a little bit, it doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know right now that now is probably a good time to come through and know exactly how your crypto portfolio could actually do better. Again, remember, this is for educational purposes only. Educational purposes only, okay? Cicella Moran, thank you for joining. When you join this live, do me a quick favor. Let me know that you are actually interested in learning more, okay? Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and pin the notice so you can go ahead and contact me. When you contact me, I'm going to put you in touch with my cryptocurrency live training, okay? Such as this. I'm going to tell you exactly why over-the-counter, BTC, XRP, Podcoin are all gonna make a difference, okay? Not people are talking about EFTs, but the thing about it, a lot of EFTs have filed to come online now that the Genius Act actually is law. But I don't know to what extent those EFTs are gonna have enough XRP to buy because there's not a lot of XRP. Did you know that each time that somebody buys this XRP, that it actually burns 0.0001, which means at some point, this thing is going to go from 3.61, okay, to about 10,000. Again, that's what I'm hearing. This is an alert. Okay, let's, so yeah, that's, it's unclear, whatever. But anyway, yeah, this is just not what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, you got to be careful about projections. So this is for educational purposes only. I'm not telling people anything to do or anything to say about what will go on with this particular coin. Okay, but what I'm saying is XRP right now is possibly one of the biggest upheavals in the financial system, because word has it that the banks are already using this to transact. If they're already using it to transact, what does that mean? That means that at some point there's gonna be a trending based on what you're seeing right there. Again, for educational purposes only, I'm not telling anybody what to do or how to tap into their portfolio. I'm just saying that right now is probably a good time to learn some of this stuff. I've put a link somewhere in the description of my live below that you can tap in, fill out the form, and I'm gonna send you a link so you can get to my live crypto training where we can go more in depth on this particular topic. But in this time of the morning, I'm just coming to get you motivated. Okay, I'm coming to get you motivated because a lot of people do not realize what needs to be happening right now. They do not realize that now it's time to level up with yourself. I don't care what you've been doing before. You may be thinking, oh, I don't really need to worry about it. Yeah, you do need to worry about this because on July 18th of 2025 is when this all happened. That's when the Genius Act became law. If you know how laws get passed, you know, it's got to go through Congress. They got to do all the little, oh, I don't know if this is right or this is right. Somebody got to kind of argue a little bit. But ultimately, what ended up happening is people actually came through, okay? They came through. Let's see. Ernie underscore TY92, thank you for joining. Everybody's joining right now. They're joining. They want to talk about this stuff. But what I want you to do is actually, before you even consider, I'm gonna need you to just tap the screen. Can I count on you to do that? Can I count on you to tap this screen and make this go en fuego? I know I could, but right now you're not listening to me. You guys are not listening. You're just hanging out. There's nothing wrong with hanging out, but I'm gonna need you to participate. Participate. Okay, so digital transformation is innovation. So what is innovation? So when you see the financial tech industry, what is fintech? A lot of people say, oh, fintech. And I say, oh, I'm a fintech guru. But what does it mean to be a fintech person? That's somebody that understands how finance and technology are coming together to allow for more transparency, right? So for example, the blockchain basically is nothing but a ledger. So you got the debits and credits. Okay, so when something happens, you know how I told you like 0.0001, you know, there's the gas. Basically, it's the tax that each time a request comes for somebody to buy this stuff. But if it's not a lot of them available, you might see a supply and demand issue. And whenever you have a supply and demand issue, that's when you could possibly be in a situation where things happen. Okay, so again, remember, the Genius Act was meant to encourage people to go into the digital transformation. Okay, so stable coins. You know, if you heard about what stable coins are, there are all these digital assets that people can actually put in a wallet. And when you come and talking about a wallet, the only thing that people are not quite thinking about right now is that these wallets could either be hot or they could be cold. The cold wallets are the ones that you store individually, and then the hot wallets are the ones that are online. So for example, the one that I'm showing you right here is off of the wallet that I have, and it allowed me to do my own technical analysis. So if you wanted to be into technical analysis and this and that nature, it might be a good idea to start looking at what kind of wallet you think you might be interested in, okay? So Miss Haley, thank you for joining. Again, remember, Miss Haley, you joined. Okay, thank you for joining. Do me a quick favor, tap the like button real quick. Tap this like button. When you tap this like button, it's going to allow the algorithm to get more people to come through. And when more people come through, when you keep this sustained, we're going to have more conversation. Remember, my goal for this particular live is 199K. So let's go. Who's ready right now to tap in? I see you guys helping with this process. Miss Haley, I thank you very much. Go ahead and share. Can you do me quick, tap my nose and share this live? When you share this live, I'm going to know for a fact that this is going to go viral because I wanted to go viral. The reason I wanted to go viral is a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines and they don't realize that the difference between making it in this Genius Act era is actually the education piece, okay? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to educate folks to understand that at some point, this is going to go completely berserk. There's going to be a herd mentality. You guys know what a herd mentality is? You know, like in the Serengeti, all those little wildebeests are running, okay? They're running all the time, okay? All the time they're running. They got to cross this river. And when they go past that river, there's probably a lion waiting for them, right? That is the herd mentality because nobody's thinking, everybody's doing their own thing. But what I realize right now is with this crypto portfolio, a lot of people are thinking, well, you know, I don't know I don't even know what crypto is. But don't let that discourage you. That's why I'm holding my exclusive lives where I'm going to do deep dives into what this whole crypto thing is. I want to do deep dive into what blockchain is, okay? I'm also going to talk about the fact that the SEC, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission, is now the police of the stable coins. I'm also going to talk about the impact of this whole thing with the Federal Reserve. Have you all heard that according to this thing right now that just got passed, known as the Genius Act, that the Federal Reserve is probably not going to have more of a play? And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, for example, consider the fact that XRP is now being utilized, you know, as the basis for transacting, moving money back and forth, okay, by the banks. So what does that mean? So that means that if these banks like JP Morgan Chase, you know, which interestingly is the largest bank there is in the US, right? If it's able to then invest a lot of money within its own stable coins and then deploy some of this stuff. I haven't even started about talking about tokenization. So if you want to learn specifically about what tokenization is and how you possibly can take advantage of tokenization, do me a quick favor and fill out the form that I've posted below, okay? When you fill that form out, I'm going to send you exactly the same steps that I utilize to tokenize a platform, okay? I tokenized and I created something called a pod CC, the Pod Bomb Crypto Coin. And the Pod Bomb Crypto Coin was basically me tokenizing the fact that when artists in the music industry are trying to get paid, they don't get that money in time. So I envisioned a scenario using the blockchain where they can then get their royalties faster through a tokenized platform. So I was able to then create a coin which is called Pod CC. So at my deep training that I'm going to be offering, when you sign this form that's linked in the description below, I will show you exactly the steps that you probably need to be taking if you're interested in tokenization, because this digital transformation is also going to impact to what extent can you tokenize. And that's just called solving a problem. To what extent can you solve a problem that people are hoping to basically solve? And if you can do that, it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help you in the process too. As a matter of fact, you don't have to, oh, I have a flash goal. Let me tell you about my flash goal real quick. I know there's some gifters, some people that have been supporting me right now. I've pinned the flash goal down in the description of this live below. You can see it right there pinned. So help me. I need 3 gifters. Uno, dos, tres. 3 gifters. I know you could be one of them. I know you can be one of them. So do me a quick favor, Miss Haley. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all the likes. So do me a quick favor and tap into the gift. Can I count on you to be one of the gifters? Of course I can. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who's ready to learn more about why XRP is going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread? Okay, I'm not saying it. I'm just talking from a financial, digital transformation perspective. It's going to be that. Right now it's at 361. That's as of yesterday. I haven't checked it today. But word has it that it's probably going to go all the way to 10,000. Again, I am not predicting anything. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just delivering the news based off of what I'm hearing, okay? I'm hearing this stuff. You have to do your own research. You have to do your own research before you tap in. But the reason I'm bringing this as a case study is because to some extent, this is really what's going to help other people level up with themselves when it comes to this financial technology and the innovation that's tied to it. Okay, the blockchain piece of it, the stable coins regulations, the policies, and don't forget that again. Consider a situation. I think I kind of brought this a few days ago, where you wanted to tokenize the fact that requests for proposals are really slow. You want to be able to incentivize the vendors to be able to be transparent when it comes to doing requests for proposal. Wouldn't it be great to then use the blockchain to do that? Just the examples are endless. Okay, now you have the banks using this particular platform, but what if I told you that that's not the only thing that you can solve money? What if I told you that's not the only thing you can utilize to solve a problem? And that when you start understanding the level of details that's involved with creating a stable coin, then you're going to realize that it costs a lot of money. Let me give you a news that just broke, I think it was 2 days ago, where over at UAE, they announced that they were going to build the largest AI factory. Why do you think they're doing that? Because all this thing right here, this digital transformation requires a lot of investment in energy, right? So when you have the investment in energy, then you're gonna be able to realize faster processing. Excuse me. I'm gonna drink a little water right now. Okay, do me a quick favor. If you're ready to tap into my training, go ahead and fill out the form. And oh, by the way, I've also pinned my goals right there. I just need 3 gifters. If you're watching me right now, I know you can be one of the gifters. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who's ready to tap in and gift? Who's ready to tap in and give? Who's ready to say, I'm the one that's going to take charge. I'm the one that's going to understand the Genius Act. I'm going to take this opportunity right now in the morning. You may be sipping coffee or you may be in the afternoon, wherever you are. I don't care where you are. Right now, I'm trying to deliver some message. I'm trying to tell you that now's the time for you to tap into what the Genius Act is going to do. Now's the time for you to tap into cryptocurrencies. Now's the time for you to understand what blockchain is, understanding why the Genius Act is just that, genius. Understand what a cold wallet is, understand why exchange funded transactions, EFTs, are going to be your best friend, okay? Again, remember, people know what the SEC is, people know what the NASDAQ is, but do you know what the DTCC is? Type something. David, I see you joined. Thank you. Do you know what the DTCC is? Do you know that XRP and Ripple are basically going to be just like you see all those other platforms? That's what I'm telling you right now. I'm not just saying this because I like talking. I'm saying it because according to people familiar with this situation, a lot of people are already staking their claims to be able to make huge dollars. They're staking their claims to these platforms because they're ready to make sure that they can dive in. Again, I'm just providing the information. I'm not telling you what to do. This is for educational purposes only, but you have to do your research. Oh, because before I forget, I'm going to be leaving the link somewhere in the description of the video when I posted it later. I'm going to do a replay below. And that link is going to take you to my personal affiliate program link for Coinbase. So go ahead and get that Coinbase wallet because I think that's going to help you in the long run, because you can't do any of this stuff if you not already have a wallet set up. Okay, because I think that's step 1. And then step 2 is coming to my crypto live training. I'm also going to leave a link to my calendar somewhere in the description when I do the replay below. Tap that, and that's going to help you understand exactly how to start basically educating yourself. And oh, but did I tell you that within this Coinbase, you're going to get all the crypto news that your heart desires, and those crypto news is going to help you become more of an informed crypto player, okay? And it's going to help your crypto portfolio. I don't know how, to what extent this is going to materialize and how fast, but people, according to some sources, are saying that this is going to be one of the biggest financial revolutions ever witnessed in the last 100 years, okay? Again, the statistics are kind of like predicting that, but if you look at the trend right now with XRP, and if you look at the fact that this Genius Act is basically making everybody nervous, then it's understandable that at some point something is going to break, okay? You can see the trend line right there. It's kind of looking like something is going to happen, but again, within the wallet, you're going to get all the crypto news that you need. All right. So I wanted to come and kind of share this with you. I appreciate you joining my live. If you can do me a quick favor and help me reach those 3 goals, 1, 2, 3. I know there's 3 gifters out here. I can see you. You're hanging out, but you can help me with those goals, because remember, this platform is all about engagement. Okay? You can learn, but you got to engage while you're learning. You feel me? All right. So that's what I wanted to come talk about. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and be able to follow me if you're not already following me, because that's where I'm going to be dropping some of the new stuff.